dare it not get a 99.8889?
How dare it? Who here hates the Paul brothers?
I'd like to be.
You better raise your hand.
Thank you, God.
No,
You're welcome.
You're staying here.
They want money and not ideas because
Also,
ideas don't make
while
money.
Alrighty. Hello, fancy people. Welcome back to another episode. Probably haven't seen us in a while of Nerd Edification Hour. I'm here, Caleb, with Shelby,
Becca,
Luke.
and we're going to talk about all the nerd stuff. Your lineup for today's show on this day. We won't say the date, so anyways. We're going to talk about some animation stuff. Some stuff is happening in the animation world. And then we're going to move on to anime, because that's always a fun topic for everybody to talk about. And then we're going to move on to gaming news. Got a couple of stories there. Then we're going to have your nerd vocab as always. And then last but certainly not least, we are going to have your Nintendo news, which will be last. Usually Nintendo news goes second, but today not a whole lot of exciting things for Nintendo, so we're going to save it for last. So let's go ahead and start. I believe we want to talk about Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
So a little series has been going on HBO Max. Of course, they said that this was the final season. Just kidding. Not really. We got 4 more-ish episodes or whatever they are.
they're pretty long. They're like an hour a piece.
Like an hour? Yeah.
Yeah, like 45,
So,
50 minutes.
So we're going to talk about that. You know, so I know we have specifically to, I think, Luke, this is what you put in the rundown, or no?
This is not me.
Really?
That's okay. I can do all the time.
Wow. Okay. Well, I just thought
Don't
it was.
mind me. So like the first episode starts off with BMO, right? And like everyone loves BMO. How could you not love BMO? BMO is BMO.
Are we
But,
talking?
like,
are we getting into spoilers or anything?
Okay, so spoiler warning.
Okay,
Sorry,
super
I should
spoiler
start
warning
with
for
that.
everybody. Yes.
Sorry, I'm
Host
awful
okay
with
with this?
I'm cool, but
All right. Cool.
I'm
So
not catching
BMO.
up anytime soon.
BMO. So
Yep.
you know, in the series, you don't really get to see BMO as like a main character, really. You know, so like it was nice. He got his own like hour long, almost hour. I think it was like 50-minute show, but it's really cool because it's just BMO being a great guy, you know, or a great BMO. Sorry, let me not gender rule him or her, whatever they. Sorry. Anyways, BMO's great. It's really a lot of action-packed stuff, you know, and he's playing the good guy, obviously. He's a hero. And, like, you really get scared at the end. I'm not going to let off too much information, but, like, BMO scares you just a tad in the end. You're like, no! But then you're like, it's fine. BMO bounces back as he does, as all
I don't know how that little robot survives.
But you get to see, like, one of BMO's cousins in there, too. So, like, there's some BMO family in there. So that's cool, and it's like an ancient version though. So it's kind of like seeing like the Game Boy Color versus like the green screen Game Boy. You know, like the big brick green screen Game Boy against like the little cute purple Game Boy Colors. Anyways, super cool. And then also, what was the
Y5?
Y5, the little bunny. That's BMO's little deputy. Like they're trying to save this little town and stuff. And then so the second episode though, moving on because I don't want to give away too much of BMO. And then the second episode was what Obsidian.
Yep.
And that's I love that one obviously because you know Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, they finally like show them together and that's beautiful. Like it was the ending they always deserve, you know. And it's like 200 years in the future too, because like they don't age because they're like
Is it really 200?
It is 200.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Took them 200 years to get
Yeah,
there?
because like when they go back to find Marceline, the town, there's like a dragon that is like trying to take out the town, and they go to find Marceline because Marceline's the one that took out the dragon last time. So they go to find her, and the townspeople, they were like, it's been 200 years. Marceline doesn't exist anymore, but like she does, and she's like living in this little cabin with Princess Bubblegum, and they're doing like cute like lesbian stuff, and I'm like, I love it so much. So like I'm super glad they finally did them justice, you know. So that was really cute. And I don't want to babble too much because I will go on for days about how cute it was, but I definitely recommend going on HBO and watching it. It's beautiful. And then there was 2 other episodes.
Well, there's Together Again.
Together Again. And
The last one has not aired yet. It's
okay.
Magic
Is
Town or something like that.
Is that going to be the one with
Wizard City? So
right.
probably something to do with
Ice Cream?
maybe.
Oh, you want to talk about Martin Martin's or?
No.
Okay, we'll leave it alone.
No, we don't have to do. No, but Together. Did you watch Together Again?
That was the third one?
Yeah.
I may have fell asleep.
Oh.
But I was trying to binge them all in like one sitting, so like, you know, sometimes it, you know.
I know that Together Again, though, has a lot of tears associated with it. So just be forewarned, all you Adventure Time lovers out there. You go watch it.
Trailer.
With Jake.
Do you have the trailer?
We have the trailer.
All right, go ahead.
Run
Run the bean footage.
Run
the
the clip.
one with Jake and
Yeah.
old Finn. Yes,
Okay.
that one will bring tears to your eyes.
There's the.
Oh, the
Look how beautiful the animation is.
Yeah, that's
God,
what
it's
I
so
noticed.
colorful.
I think it's improved a lot since the original show, from what I can tell.
Oh yeah, I mean here's some clips from the original show, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
show like the new animation stuff. Of course, you know you get a
They
bigger
gotta
budget,
they gotta give you the throwback.
like the techniques, you know.
Get you in your feels real quick.
But this is the Together Again trailer, which is the newest one. It is a little darker than the rest of the series, definitely.
More depth.
I've got a
for sure.
question about this guy right here. So I'm noticing he's got a
Finn?
metal arm.
I mean, Jake?
Yeah,
I mean, Finn.
Well,
Finn.
you know
what
that.
happened to his arm?
Well, he doesn't have it anymore.
Well,
You
clearly.
don't remember that episode?
I
Where there's
didn't
arm-
watch the show.
Oh.
She didn't watch the show. But we're here to like edificate.
We'll
you know?
educate you,
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Wasn't
asking.
that the grass guy?
He lost it. Yeah.
The grass guy fight?
So no, he actually loses an arm. Yeah, throughout the show. It's like a whole thing. It's like a lot of episodes,
What time
long
is it?
time. It's
Time
very
has
spread
something.
out.
It's time. That's what time.
You know, that's the catchphrase. Like, what time is it? You know,
It's time.
it's finally time to deal with.
Oh my god, it gets so emotional. I remember now.
Because yeah, if you watch Obsidian, you
Oh, there they go.
if you watch Obsidian and you know till the very end, there's a little bit
I'm
of.
not crying. Don't look at me.
There's a little bit of.
It does get emotional.
There you
It
go.
does
Yes.
get emotional, y'all. It gets so emotional. So definitely keep a tissue, you know, some Kleenex if you're emotional like me. It's very good though. Like it's so good. The plot has more depth, you know, than the shorter one. So it's really good to get into.
But yes, moving on. So there's a little show on Amazon Prime called Invincible. Luke, was this yours?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, cool. I'm just
Okay,
making sure. I don't know who put what in
Luke,
there.
put us on.
We're not going to show anything from this show.
Yeah.
We're not doing it because it's a little.
We'll give
But
it
let's talk about it, Luke. What's
us.
happening?
So for those of you who haven't seen it, Invincible is a TV show that's been created by Robert Kirkman. He's the guy who created the original Walking Dead comics.
Okay.
And just like they made it into a TV show, just like they did with the original Walking Dead comics, got turned into a TV show.
Right.
This one's about this kid named Mark Grayson. He's actually the son of this universe's version of Superman. And it's like as he's becoming a teenager, he's finally getting his superpowers, and he's trying to it's sort of like the whole Peter Parker, like Spider-Man, trying to balance being a teenager in high school with being a superhero. However, what I really like about this is that while it's a very familiar setting, this universe has its own version of the Justice League with the Flash, Batman, all that, it doesn't hold back. And so as the series progresses, it gets darker and darker, and it's like the layers of that type of genre gets peeled back. And you usually see in like a bunch of TV shows, they try to be darker, but then you're able to easily compare it to like the lighter type of stuff, like Flashpoint, if you've seen DC Flashpoint. But it doesn't hold back. I don't want to spoil anything.
No spoilers here, but
Yeah.
Because I want to watch that.
when he says it doesn't hold back, it definitely it can get pretty graphic in that sense, but that's probably all we'll tell you, because literally if we say anything else, like going through it blind, just know it does get a little bit graphic on the violent side. So
I like the graphic stuff, so I'm ready to watch it. And you said they've already come out with season 2 and 3?
No. They are in the works.
Okay, they're in the works.
So they literally said, here's season 1, and literally for a time, once the last episode, which was 8, they only had 8 episodes. When it aired, everyone was like, well, is there going to be season 2? What's happening? You know what I mean? And then they're like, oh yeah, guess what? Here's season 2 and 3. And if you also want to check out after you've seen the show, go check out the Invincible Twitter account. It's hilarious. Lots of memes there. Lots of memes to be had.
Do the characters get therapy afterwards, or do we know?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
okay.
You might need therapy though if you were to watch it. But other than
I'm
that,
sure I've watched a darker anime. I'm not going to be worried about it.
You also might need therapy. Well, I know you need therapy.
Look, we're getting to the Promised Neverland, so look, there's worse out there.
If you're wondering how graphic it is, like this is the guy that created Walking Dead. So just imagine as graphic as The Walking Dead, but animated.
That's so good. I'm so
So you
excited.
could do all sorts of things with it. I do have to ask though, is anybody hungry?
We
Do
just
you want-
went.
I could eat.
We
You
just
could eat. Do you want some cereal?
hungry for.
Sure.
Could I interest you in some Lucky Charms? You know,
Can I interest you in some
Lucky
Loki
Charms? That's when you play the video. There it is.
Hey.
Look, wow, look. It's
So
a
you're like,
Lucky
oh, okay,
Charm.
it's just a regular Lucky Charms. Like it's.
They added
everything's normal.
unicorns.
Ooh, look
They
at
added
this.
to the animation.
They
It
added
doesn't look
unicorns,
half
yeah.
bad.
Okay, and then
Oh,
sneaky
oh.
Who
Loki.
is this?
Oh.
Sneaky little
Why-
Loki. Always looking
Look
for
out!
the
It's
cue.
Tom Hiddleston.
Always
It's not even. It's not.
it's kind of cute.
Oh.
Anyone want some Loki charms?
No, I'm good. Honestly.
Thanks God.
Yeah.
Good wordplay there. That
Thanks
was
to
nice.
somebody
Thanks, Morgan
voice.
Freeman.
Do you want some Loki Charms though?
I don't even like Lucky Charms.
Okay, but I feel like if they're gonna make Loki charms, like where's the Wanda Fruit Loops or
They-
something?
well,
or
My whole thing with these Loki Charms, like I like the idea,
Mhm.
and of course this is marketing. This is
At its
Disney.
finest.
Yeah, this is
They do what
marketing
they
at its
do.
finest. My whole point is you didn't even bother to change the shapes though.
yeah.
Oh,
Looks
I
like-
didn't see
looks
anything
like-
different.
Looks
Was
just
there
like.
anything
Go
different?
back. Go back and show me the clip
Roll
where
it
he changes
again.
the box. Roll the bean footage. I want to see
Was
the
there
thing.
no like Loki shaped marshmallows?
No,
Or,
I didn't really see any. It
or the
didn't-
Tesseract? Was
it
there no
just-
Tesseract? No Tesseract. Oh my god.
Also, wait.
Loki doesn't want
What
it.
is that last red one, anyways? Was it just like a heart?
No, it's a balloon.
That's dumb. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
So like,
Okay,
Where's the
so we
Tesseract?
wait. I hate his. I don't like his face.
yeah,
I wanna-
the
I wanna
animation there
punch
is
his
kind of
face.
weird.
The animation's cute,
See,
but
they
They
didn't
don't
change
even
it.
change it.
there's
No.
no marshmallows with the Tesseract on it.
They just changed the box. That's
Or,
all.
like-
What was the point?
I don't know. To
They're
me,
just like Loki, ho.
I would have
this is
preferred like
perfect
actually
Loki.
seeing Tom Hiddleston, like just green screen him in there. That's what I would have preferred. He doesn't have to be in costume. Just anything other than that smug little face.
Those Norse
You
gods
really
always
hated
trying to
that.
steal me Lucky
I don't
Charms.
like it. They wasted an animator's time. I'm just imagining being that animator, just thinking like cringe. Next slide, cringe. Next slide.
no.
Why
So
is this
that
my
was
life?
that was my whole thing
There was
with
no
it.
marshmallow play. I'm mad
Nope.
about it.
So moving on, now that we've discussed the horrible disappointingness of Loki Charms. So who's familiar with Leica Studios?
And remind us what they've done.
Movies like Box Trolls, Coraline, Paranorman,
Okay.
Kubo the Two
Cubo,
Strings.
yeah.
I've seen Coraline.
Yeah. So apparently it's their 15th anniversary or something like that. 15 years of Leica Studios. Only 4 films. I think they've made more, but
Well, I
or
mean,
they've done other
considering
stuff.
how much work goes into like just moving one character
It's
around.
true.
Yeah, that's-
It's very true.
Those people do work.
Dude, the teams, man. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
do that in teams.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen behind the ssenes footage. It's crazy, like the amount of work goes into it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can celebrate their 15 years of
Okay.
making. We'll get to you. Hold on. But they're putting like Box Trolls, Coraline, Paranorman, and Kubo and the Two Strings on like one set that you can go buy. It's like a little celebration thing. So,
Nice.
Coraline got pretty dark there too.
well, yeah.
It gave me
did get pretty
nightmares
dark
as a
for
kid,
being
man.
like a kid's show. I was like, oh, okay.
Like,
Getting
wow, can we do
spooky.
this? Is this okay?
Yeah, I was like letting my little niece watch it, and I was like, oh, it's getting kind of spooky. And now I'm gonna be dreaming about the buttons. Anyways.
Your sibling calls and you're like, why is my kid screaming about late people with buttons?
Right, you get a
At
call
3
from the
o'clock in
art
the morning.
teacher, and like they're drawing like, yeah, I could see where that could be a thing.
Goodness.
So you want to talk about Ron's Gone Wrong?
Yeah. So there's something. Honestly, this isn't the best trailer.
Caleb hates it.
Also, I don't hate
Yeah.
it. Okay, wait, Seth, our graphics guy, can you make sure closed captionings are on for this? I just realized that's a thing we can do.
Oh,
So,
well,
Yeah,
I'll be.
closed captioning so we can actually see like what they're saying and stuff,
Yeah.
or make fun of them if they're terrible.
Right.
So
man.
Ron's Gone Wrong is another animated film. I'm actually not sure who's made it.
That's what I was wondering.
We'll see in the credits,
from
I'm
the
sure.
trailer. 'Cause I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell when I watched it. But it's an interesting premise. But honestly, the trailer is not that great. The animation looks fine.
Did kind of give
Do
me
you
like
mind
Gravity
if I-
Falls
Do
kind
you
of
mind if I
art.
look to see what studio
vibe.
made it?
Sure.
Can I check?
Yes, you can check the phone.
Okay,
It's a-
I will be quick.
Run the tape.
I won't sit here for half
Is
an
the
hour
bean
like
footage
last time.
ready? Okay,
Oh,
sort of.
okay.
All right, everyone, hold
All
on to
right,
your
let's
seats.
see if
Here we
closed
go.
captionings are
Okay.
on.
Hold on. Is this an ad?
All right, yeah, okay, no, it
Nope,
looks like an ad,
It looks
right?
like an ad.
Oh, it
That
does
was-
look like an ad at first. Okay, I was like, okay, Google, what'd you drop now?
yeah, they really did a good job with
Oh
this
my God,
first
Bluetooth,
bit.
y'all! It's the new Bluetooth.
They did a really good job with this first bit, making it look like an actual technology ad. That I was impressed by.
That's pretty cute.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, the animation is woo.
No, like it looks good, right?
Yes.
But
I kinda
honestly,
want one
if
of
you were
those.
to hear the second part of the trailer actually is where it just kind of falls
I
apart
could really
for me.
see them coming out with something like this.
So about right here, after a little bit after this, I'm just like, what is this trailer?
Okay.
Like,
All right. I looked it up.
Okay,
It's
so it's-
20th Century Studios is making this movie, which I believe got bought out by Disney a
Oh,
while
yeah.
back.
oh, is this Fox then?
It's gotta
Or
be.
supposedly?
Probably.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah,
I
this
didn't
is-
think they did
I
animation
mean, they got
anymore.
the.
Okay. It's saying. Okay. I'm getting mixed reviews.
You're getting
What is this?
Don't take anything we say seriously. Always fact check. guys.
IMDb is saying 20th
Always
Century
fact check.
Studios, which I'm gonna double check, but I believe they got bought out by Disney.
They did get. I mean, that makes sense though. I mean, Disney, they run the game, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't think this is it didn't specifically say. But anyways, you see this little robot, it's kind of acting weird. It's got a
Super 3D, like very.
Yeah, they got bought out by Disney, so this is technically a Disney film
oh.
to some extent, which
Yeah,
makes sense.
Anything that's gonna make money, Disney.
So, like,
get that.
This is like I think the next evolution, and like like one day everybody needs it. Like all the kids need a cell phone, and now in this movie, all these kids need these little pill-looking robots.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure we will have like little AIs running around.
Ooh.
I didn't catch the joke in that one the first time, and now that there's no sound, I still have no idea what the joke was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because it's the 6 feet thing, which makes me think the social distancing thing, but that's like
Yeah.
nobody's wearing masks in this movie.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. It looks cute. I'll go
Yeah,
watch
it looks very cute.
Yeah.
Or wait till it
I do
comes
like
out on a
the
streaming
concept.
service.
I was
but-
waiting
Yeah, I'm not
for-
paying for it. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I was waiting for the
Looks
part.
really cute, but I'm
Yeah.
not paying for it. I'm not paying $30 on Disney
Yeah.
Plus for that. I'm sorry.
I was sitting there waiting for the part where they're like,
They really try
okay,
to get us with
robots
that.
are all taking over the world now. because
That's
the games
Mitchell's
are-
versus the Machines.
It's a common trope.
Ep-
It could happen anywhere.
I was getting like
Right,
Chucky
that's like
vibes
Eden
from
too.
that dude.
Eden,
Yeah.
the
To be
one I was
honest.
showing you guys, Eden. That
Mhm.
new
Yeah.
little anime on Netflix is really good. It's also
Yeah.
robots taking over the world, and like she's the last human that like makes it.
I really
super
like
cool.
that trailer. I want to watch
Eden.
that.
It's called Eden. It's on Netflix. It's super cool. It's one season, so it's not like super long, but it
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
It looks like Voltron if they had a bigger budget. Do I need
Back
to
to
stop-
Voltron.
Do I need to stop saying that? Do I need to stop saying
No, but I
that?
think you're hurting Shelby's feelings.
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit.
It's because my girlfriend's like, let's watch Voltron like every day, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. Voltron. You love what you love.
I'll stop bringing it up.
It's all right.
Alright.
It's like Caleb not bringing up Fairy Tale, so.
I don't have to bring it up every time. It's not how that works. But anyways, speaking of anime, speaking
Oh,
of,
I'm glad I could help you segue.
you're welcome. Do you want to segue now?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking, completely joking. All right, so who here has heard of Seven Deadly Sins?
I've heard of it. Haven't watched it yet, though.
Luke,
Pretty
have
much
you?
the same thing.
And you were
Really?
saying it was
Yeah.
kind of
Oh.
like a mix between.
So apparently, if you are a fan of that series, look forward to season 5. I've only seen the first 2 seasons, and I dread watching the 3rd season because I don't hear great things about that one. But apparently, it's good enough that season 5 is still a thing.
Fair
So
enough.
you're looking forward to that. Also,
Is
we
it
got
gory? Is it super gory?
No, not super gory.
Oh.
It's a shonen thing.
Does it actually have like a hopeful plot, or is it just depressing? I'm
I
asking.
guess hopeful. I guess
Okay,
some
cool,
things
cool.
are
Because
depressing.
like some you watch and you're like, oh, why did I do
Now
this?
this
to
next one
myself?
might be depressing though.
Oh, okay. The
Shadow's House. Nope, you didn't. Okay, cool.
I have not heard anything about this show.
Ah!
Show you.
Okay, so I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks pretty dark and mysterious. That's about all the vibes I caught from it. I did watch the sub trailer, so I couldn't really tell you what the plot is. It looked mysterious. That's about as
The thing I got from
much
it
as I could give you.
was there's people in this mansion, or the world is a mansion. I don't know. It's an anime.
Some people are
Anything
mansion,
can go.
and it's very mysterious.
And
so.
literally, you just have these people, and they're just silhouettes. but like they have these dolls, I guess, that are alive or something. I'm like, already I'm creeped out because of dolls.
So it's
When you say dolls, I'm done.
spooky. Okay. It's spooky.
It's not that spooky. Go ahead, Seth, roll the footage. But like, gosh, it's
here we go.
It's definitely
go.
the animation does look pretty good though.
It does. No, it does. It gives me Promised Neverland vibes,
That's what I was
but
thinking
nicer.
too,
A
yeah.
little nicer. Anyway, it's still spooky, but nicer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
See, like
really
everybody's like
nice.
silhouettes, but like either the dolls can't see people, or like the people are actually silhouettes.
The
I'm not 100%
artwork
sure.
looks familiar. Who? What else have they done?
I don't actually have any information on who actually did it.
It looks
but,
familiar though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like actual people are represented by shadows, and then everybody else
See,
is a
but
doll.
then later
so-
on in this trailer, you see like a bunch of little shadow demon
It
things
does
just
look
crawling
like the
over the
Promised
floor, and I
Neverland.
was like,
It
what the heck
does.
are those then?
I don't know. I don't have any context for this. I just knew.
And then there's that bird.
I like it. It gives it that like mysterious like plot though. You're like, what's going on? Who are these shadow people? Like,
Yeah.
I like the concept. It's kind of cool. It's a little unique, you know.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
this right here, this is what
This gives
confused
me Brotherhood vibes. Only like just like the when they open up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually 100% know when the release date on this is actually.
I love.
Becca, do you want to look up?
the
Since you have your,
composition.
just keep the phone out.
Since I'm
You're gonna
here,
look
this
up.
is going to be my
The
job.
style is good. I like it.
Okay, all right, we're looking up Shadow House. release.
Shadows House.
Shadows.
Shadows.
Let me
It's an
know
S.
what else
Shadows.
they've done too, because it looks very familiar.
That's
the
not
artwork.
what I wanted.
And we're on standby. So,
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, you know, I'll give it a watch. I'll give it a look at, see what's happening.
the artwork looks
Release
nice.
date April 11th, 2021. That was like 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, so it's out already.
Really?
Yeah.
So go out and watch
Well,
it.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
Yeah.
nothing about it.
what's
so
it
that's
streaming
cool.
on? Is it streaming? Okay, I'll just be quiet. We know nothing.
I have not seen it on Netflix, so it might be available on the high seas, if anything.
I mean, I'm sure Funimation has it. Or what's the other one? Crunchyroll.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it there either. So,
Oh, okay.
uh, so apparently there are some rumors going about in the Hunter x Hunter community. Maybe season 7. I think people have been waiting for that for quite a while.
Can you give me like the plot a little bit without like giving it away though? Like, I mean, like a basic run through. So
So
I can,
you
like,
have
Basic.
Gon,
of an
and
anime.
this is like the main character, and in this world people can train themselves to use special abilities through like a hard science or whatever. It's kind of a shonen tournament type thing, but apparently it's been going on forever, and the manga I think has ventured forward a little bit than when the anime left off, but it's been a really long time since the anime has actually produced anything. I don't know since when, a very long time. That's
Cool.
all I know.
Okay. That's
Off
on,
the top of my head.
That's on Netflix, right?
To your right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Act
disembodied
like you
voice.
want to be here.
Thank you, God.
Am I getting booted? What's going on?
No,
You're welcome.
You're staying here. And that's really about it, unless people want to talk about Promised Neverland, what went wrong with it. But I don't personally know anything about it.
Look,
Show
okay, so I got like 5 episodes into the Promised Neverland because I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Very morbid, very
Zoom
very
in on the
depressing,
existential.
very, very
Shelby,
depressing,
your camera's over here, by the way. You gotta
oh,
look.
thank you. Hi. So it's like all these kids, right? And they're on a farm. So it's like it's almost like
Farm.
so they're being farmed like for demons. It's very insane. It's very crazy. So it's like all these like young kids, right? And I mean they're young. They're like anywhere from like 1 year old to like 9 maybe. And like there's this one kid and he's like in charge, right? And he remembers everything because he has like this special thing that like he remembers
Yeah, he's
everything
protagonist, so.
from all the way from when he was an infant or whatever. So he's like trying to get all these like kids, like he's trying to get them all to safety. Anyways, he dies. They never get out. It's very depressing.
Thanks.
The demons eat these kids' brains, and there's like this mother who's a demon. It's really dark. I just wasn't a fan. I guess because it just bothered me because they were young kids. Like so, like my morals were like, this is not cool. Like, and the fact that they keep letting you down, they're like, yeah, like it shows them like almost getting away, and then they get to the wall where you think they're gonna like get away, and then it's just like a cliff that goes like all the way down into the earth. So there is no way off the island, and it's just really sad.
That reminds me a little
Don't
bit.
recommend.
Yeah.
1010, don't recommend. Don't recommend. It's very sad, sadist. Just, you know.
Well, apparently season 2, a lot of fans are very not happy with how that
How were
turned
they
out,
happy with
so.
the first season?
Yeah, that's my question.
So it's good that you don't recommend it because
Were
apparently
they
it did turn out
happy
good
with season
anyway.
2 because it was better? Because they were.
Well, season 2 is supposed to be better than the first season,
Oh.
allegedly, anyways. But not this time around. That didn't work out.
Don't let
too
them
well.
get your hopes up, guys. Don't.
And honestly, it kind of reminds me. I don't know. Have you ever seen Fate? I literally was made to watch Fate for a podcast.
I don't
and
think so. I
Fate
don't think I've
Zero.
ever seen Fate Zero.
It was only a little depressing, but yeah.
Like, if it's depressing and there's really cool fight scenes, like, I'm cool with that. Because at least there's some action to, like, you know, balance it out. But if it's just sad and depressing and then you just, the main character keeps losing over and over and over, like, I can't take it anymore.
Oh.
Something's gotta give, you know?
Well.
Anyways, let's move on to something much more positive, because that's
It's
not
such a
positive
great
show.
series. Don't watch it.
Yeah, it's a horrible
If you
series.
want to be sad, watch it.
Yeah. If you want to feel empty inside, please watch now.
If
So
you
now
want
we
to be
move
both
on.
entertained and crippling depression.
Yeah.
At the same time, only anime can do
Do you
that.
want to see someone that has a worse life than you to make yourself feel better?
Do you want an excuse to tell your doctor for why you need therapy?
Do you need Zoloft? Watch the problem. Side effects may include bleeding out of the mouth, ears, eyes.
Wanting to watch more anime? It's another side
Side
effect.
effects of anime may include.
More
Side
anime.
effects of anime may include crying from. Anyways, moving on to Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the gaming news. So Crash Bandicoot is having his 25th anniversary, and this has led a lot of people to believe that he will be in Smash.
Oh, might as well. He's just gonna be spinning. Just gonna be doing like a twister.
Literally, we have a picture here of his possible moveset, but honestly, that's
Right.
not very...
It's probably fan made, but
Oh, no, it is. It's
definitely.
fan
it's a
made.
cool. I
Definitely.
like that
It's
they put it
definitely
out. You know, at
fan-made.
least they did like a good concept.
Shelby, zoom in on the picture. We're going to go old school here. I need you to just...
Shelby?
Sorry. Sophie. There we go.
Focus.
Can you see it?
Crash Bandicoot.
That's the
is ready
graphic
for
we
its
have.
close-up.
All right, you can cut off me. It's not nothing else. This
Don't
is
give spoilers.
no. That's what I mean. We'll get there.
It looks cool. I mean, I like the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like, but as for a DLC character,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he could show up in Smash. Like, because literally, all the DLC characters have something air quotes special about them.
Right.
To, like,
So he
kind
wouldn't be
of-
like a main.
It'd be definitely odd because I don't know what else. What else can you do with Crash Bandicoot and Smash Brothers? I mean, not saying that fans don't
Play Twister.
deserve, him in Smash. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
moving on.
I
so
mean, they made Kirby do stuff, so.
well, Kirby is well, the guy Shelby Cam.
I used to love that game on Nintendo 64, dude. You could like turn into stuff. Anyways, you could spit things at people.
Oh, the Crystal Shards one.
Yes.
That's my favorite one.
That was so good.
Oh, well, Kirby one is like it's pretty much a god in his universe. Not even joking. And then literally the guy who made Smash Brothers, that's his child.
Mm-hmm.
He made
That's
Kirby.
his baby.
So that's his baby.
Mm.
But
Okay.
That's one of the OGs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with Ballen Wonderland at all though?
No.
Wonderland, right?
No.
Wonderworld, not Wonder.
Oh my god.
Everyone
you
does it.
even fixed it on the document.
I did.
I was wondering. I was
Fixed
like,
it.
wait, did he fix it? Okay.
It did.
I did fix it.
I
and I
watched
still
you
got it
fix
wrong.
it on the document.
That's it. We're ending the show today. I'm done. Just kidding. Keep rolling. Don't stop recording.
Thanks for stopping by.
Well, Ballen Wonderworld was made by the co-creator of Sonic the Hedgehog. He used to work at Sega, and Sonic's
Really?
kind of his like half-child. I don't really know how that works. I don't know the specific details. We don't really go into specific details under Edification.
We advise you to research on your own.
Yes. But Shelby here did take a look at a final boss fight from earlier. But if you don't know, Ballen Wonderworld, not exactly the best game ever created.
So it's limited for sure.
You have one button that
You
does
can't
everything.
jump unless you have a certain outfit on.
Yep.
That's sad. That's
Yeah.
that's a little controlling.
That
a little.
bugged me.
That was you can move and press a button.
The
And that's all there
colors
is.
and the boss was really cool.
Look at the camera. Or look at your fellow host, whichever one.
The colors, I like to look into space. Okay, so the colors of the boss were really cool, and then like the boss like transformed and it like transforms into this like almost like a
Dragon-looking
six-armed dragon, and I'm really doing this really well.
Yeah.
And it's really cool, but the only thing is the controls are so limited. It's just like one button, and then you can't jump unless you have a certain outfit on, which is kind of But like the colors look nice, the graphics were nice, but like it's very limited. I mean, I feel like they could have done way more with it. The boss kind of glitched out. They had to fix that. The boss fight.
When they say glitched, literally part of a part or an attack or something, I'm not sure, apparently could cause epileptic seizures, and they had to patch that out day one because that would have been a
warning
disaster.
on there.
Yeah.
Basically, in Square Enix, kind of to go in the backstory of Ballen Wonderworld, the people at Square Enix basically told Yuji Naka that, look, this is your one chance to make a platformer, don't mess it up. Well, turns out a lot of research has been done behind the scenes, and we've kind of learned about like things that happen. Like basically, he was told he needed to have 80 outfits, though literally half of the outfits do the exact same thing as the other ones, like jumping. They're just different forms of jumping,
Why?
Or jumping, and you can flutter, or you can jump in a tornado. It's weird.
You can do one thing.
You can
Maybe
jump like
two if
Crash
you're lucky. If you got your Mrs. Peach on, then you might be able to jump, but that's about it. So were they rushed or what?
I think
Was it more like they just rushed them and they couldn't?
I think it was a little bit of rush and crunch,
Right.
and the pandemic. That's a thing that's
And
happened.
video games take time.
Yeah.
It's true.
You gotta code so much into that. Oh my.
Now the cutscenes for this game
Nice.
are gorgeous, beautiful. Honestly, I should have gone and looked for a trailer
We
to
should.
show, but it's fine. That's probably the best thing about it, and I did say here that the boss fights actually weren't that bad. They're probably the best parts to play of the game.
Very
But
colorful.
also, the story is not finished in the game. You literally are just dropped into it without knowing what's happening. And apparently they have like a separate whole novel or like a book that goes into the details of like what happens before the game actually starts.
See, if you gotta give backstory in a separate book,
Yep.
you failed.
Yeah.
Storytelling
you
wise,
messed
you
up.
messed up. Try again.
Because there are like cutscenes in the game that happen and you have no idea why they're happening.
Yeah.
Or you have like, literally there's like dance sequences that happen and you have no context for them. And literally the demo came out and showed it all off and people were...
They should have waited. They should have just been more patient and let them have their time, because that's what happens when you rush things like that. Because that game could have been something amazing, like truly amazing, but because life and rushing, I mean.
But anyways, he's definitely thinking about retiring from the games
Well, he
industry
probably got
altogether.
bullied.
So,
He probably got bullied into retirement.
yeah.
Probably.
They bullied him
I
into retirement.
feel kind of bad. I don't know. He was. Oh man.
Poor guy.
Is anybody else familiar with like No More Heroes though, franchise?
I've heard about it. I haven't really seen much about it. I know there's like something about lightsabers or something.
Beam katanas.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. No, nobody else.
Beam
Alright.
katanas. That
Well-
sounds fun, whatever it is.
I mean, so the whole thing with No More Heroes, and I actually have been playing. I think I'm on the second one. I played the first one. I finished it not too long ago on a road trip. It's you play as a guy called Travis Touchdown, and he's a huge weeb. Like he thinks he's cool, but he's not. But anyways, he won a beam katana in like an online auction, and so that's when he decided to start his like assassination career.
Okay.
And he's looking to become the #1 assassin. So he gets put in like these. He gets pitted against other assassins to like fight them and everything.
To the death?
To the death, yeah.
Okay, go
Yeah.
kill it, kill it.
Anyways, and then hilarity ensues. It is definitely for mature audiences, as I quickly learned. And I knew, like, you know, because there's violence in it, obviously. But I'm like, oh,
Violence good.
there's other stuff in here. It's like they're dropping F-bombs every now and then. You know, we're not going to say that here. But anyways, no, that's pretty much the premise of No More Heroes. And then you have the sequel that happens. So I'm currently playing through that one because the third game, or the third in the series, the fourth game, but third chronologically in the story-wise anyways, because they have a side game. I think it's just a little side story that came out not too long ago after years of not hearing about anything No More Heroes. So everybody was like, wow, we're actually getting a whole nother No More Heroes game. That's crazy. And then everyone was like, well, where's 3? E3 comes along, I think about 2 years ago, something like that, and it starts showing off like this Lilo and Stitch looking cutscene, kind of like, you know, like, what kind of game is this? Like, this is weird. This is like a movie. And all of a sudden it gets near the end of the trailer and you're like, oh, it's not a movie. It's No More Heroes. Wow, that's crazy. You know what I mean? We had no idea what was happening at, you know. E3 is coming up next week. I'm excited.
So, like, what type of game is No More Heroes like?
Well, it was a Wii game. It's like an action kind of like, the first one is, no, I think they're both like third person, like action game kind of, and you're just swinging your beam baton around.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. And then you do like these little side jobs, you know, it's a little different in the gameplay to get money, and then the sequel has it to where you're basically playing arcade games and you get money and stuff like that, but it's still like the 3D fights and everything like that. It's pretty cool.
So you
I'd
get
say
the Skyrim side quests?
no.
No, it's not like that?
No, it's not
No?
like that at all.
Okay.
No.
So just a few side quests. Okay.
But those games are now coming to Steam, so you don't have to own a Nintendo Switch just to play them. So if you want to check them out, they're coming to Steam soon. I don't know when exactly. I didn't actually grab the date. You know, a proper host would have gotten that, but I did not. So look forward to it soon.
Google it now.
Google it. We all have Google at the tips of our
We
fingers.
all
I
have
learned.
Yep. Phone.
Oh, okay.
phone.
I was like, what in the
We
world?
got a phone.
We all have a phone now.
You get a phone, I get a phone.
All right,
All right.
Becca, it's up
Becca,
to you to
it's
go
your
off about
It's
time to
Resident
shine
Evil
now.
8
my
now.
turn. So basically, about a month or so ago, I started seeing memes and stuff for one of the characters in Resident Evil 8. You probably already know who I'm talking about. The tall.
Lady
See,
Demiscu.
Dee's getting excited. Dee's getting excited. She knows who this is. She knows what's going on.
Can you say the name, Lady?
I don't know how to say
Demiscu.
it. Demiscu?
Demiscu.
Okay, so I saw memes around for Lady Demiscu. I was like, huh, interesting. And then a YouTuber that I watch, Slimeschool, started doing playthroughs. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch this. I've never seen a single Resident Evil game. I'm just going into this blind. This is the person.
Here she is.
This is the person.
Oh, no.
At her finest. At her finest, guys. She's been the buzz. She has been the buzz.
Yes,
Everyone loves
yes.
her. Everybody wants to
So I was
they
just
want
like,
a piece
morbid
of her.
curiosity. I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. So a couple of things to preface. One, I've not seen any of the games beforehand. Why are you?
Because they're all kind of connected in a way. And I guess if you
I didn't
don't.
even know they were on 8. Okay, I thought they were still on 2.
Yes, well, yeah,
They're
for
like,
viewers-
oh
for
yeah,
viewers
it's
at
on the
home.
8th one now.
Oh.
Oh.
For the viewers at home, this is the only game of the series that I've seen. Two, Slimeschool's not finished his playthrough. I think he's towards the end. But so all the stuff I'm about to rant about is right up until what
Can I
I've
ask
seen.
one question before you start your rant?
Yes.
What?
How tall do you think she is?
Oh, it's confirmed she's 9'6".
9'6".
9'6".
Wow.
Tall enough.
She could just hold. She could hold me up, and I could reach the top cabinet. It would be
Well,
so nice, right?
You reach over the top cabinet.
I went through the roof. Woo!
Pretty sure all three of her daughters are older than you.
Oh yeah, she does have daughters. Okay, cool. Yeah. Very tall, beautiful lady. I dare you to go on Twitter and TikTok and see about her.
Don't.
Tell us how beautiful.
No.
She's all right.
Don't. We're not.
I mean, I'm
Continue with the thing
I'm gonna be real.
before.
She's okay. I understand why people
She's a lady.
like. I get it. I understand the
Whoa.
Slandering on Lady
Yeah.
Demiscu.
Whoa, here she comes.
Oh,
Watch out,
here
boy.
she
She'll
comes.
chew you up.
All right.
So anyways, the game.
Yes, the game.
The game. Confused me. All right. It didn't make sense, and I have a bullet points. I have bullet points. So
there will be spoilers.
yes.
We have been
Oh yeah.
warned by
Also
Becca.
spoilers. The other thing
Spoiler
that I
warning.
wanted to mention.
Don't forget your
Spoilers.
camera's over there if you want to talk
Hi,
to.
camera.
Okay. To let you know.
Okay, so my first complaint with this game is that it is supposed to be set in a European village. Here's the problem with
She's
that.
so mad about it.
All of it. All the characters. American accents. All of them. I don't get it. Even the one dude that I know is British. Like the actor is British. Why is he faking an American accent here? I don't get it. I don't understand. And so yeah.
This is the Becca rant cam, by the way, over
Let him
here.
know, Becca.
The Becca
Tell him
rant
what's up.
cam. Go ahead. Preach it.
What's going on?
Preach
But
about
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like people, they've been here for, it's suggested that all the characters that are native to the village have been here for decades. Where are their accents? Who in the writer's room said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make everybody have an American accent in a European village. I don't
We're
get
gonna
it.
make everyone sound like they're from the Midwest.
And not only that, the native...
There you go. Beautiful. Thank you, Seth.
Okay, and not only that, but also all the people in the village, which is makes slightly more sense, but they all look like they're from like the mid 20th century.
Well, it's a big European village. It's like
But like, did Verizon not give them like a cell phone tower or something?
when you're being ruled by a castle of monsters.
I mean, I guess. Well, I just don't get it. And then like the monsters didn't make sense. The most common monster in the game.
Yeah.
Most common monster in the game, werewolves. Lots of werewolves in this game. Here's the thing, I personally don't think they're werewolves. They don't act like what traditional werewolves.
So this is where.
They're zombies with fur.
Okay, but listen.
They're zombies with
This
fur.
is where you needed to have seen the previous Resident Evil 8 games or played them, because there's like a virus out there that does weird things to people, and that's.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
We took a turn. What are we talking about?
Zombies with fur. All right. Okay.
Zombies with the apple bottom jeans.
Okay. So.
Oh no.
So we were looking at like different like dubs of the game.
Yes.
Before the what is this?
The Nerd Edification Hour?
Podcast? Nerd?
No, it's just a show.
This is just a show.
Just a show.
What is this? I forgot what was going on.
She got lost in a rant for a second.
I'm just like, where am I? What year is this? I don't know.
We were watching the Japanese sub.
Yes, and then comparing it.
Yes.
And I don't know where I was going with that
It was
sentence.
the
But my
English
next
was
thing-
so boring, and the Japanese was like
See,
so
here's the thing. I'm incredibly biased on this because the particular clips we were looking at was with Heisenberg, and all throughout the playthrough, I'm sitting there like, I've heard this man's voice before. Who is this? He sounds familiar. And I'm like, he sounds like Neil Newman, which the only reason why I know who he is because I was really into Detroit Become Human for a couple of years, and he plays two characters in there. He plays Elijah Kampsky, who is like the creator of all androids, and then he plays Gavin Reed, who is this terrible cop. He's awful, but the fandom likes him for whatever. I get it, but I don't. Anywho,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm already intentionally biased towards him because I like him as an actor and stuff. So I thought his performance was pretty cool. But yeah, okay. So I think that was my only positive bit for this game.
It was good, man. The rant
My
was good.
second, my ending thing here pretty much is Ethan Winters as a character, which I put it on the wrong side. Here's the wrong side. I'm gonna mess up the audio. Here's the wrong side. I'm gonna mess up the audio. Anyways, Ethan Winters doesn't make sense as a character because, like, okay, first of all, whatever medicine bottle they have is just like, just makes. Just covers a multitude of narrative sins. Alright? Like his hand comes off at one point in the game. His hand gets cut off.
His arms were cut off.
It was holding on to something and then he gets cut off and he goes and grabs it.
With the nub?
What?
Well, you said he didn't have a hand, and how's he grabbing something if he ain't got a hand?
With the other hand!
Okay, I
You got two hands, Shelby.
I'm like,
Anatomy.
grabs it, and then he like
Nubs it.
Okay. Which one? Anywho, there's this magic medicine bottle. He pours the medicine on the stub. He puts the hand back on it, and then after a couple minutes, the hand works again.
Hold on a minute. So
Yeah.
he takes the hand, he puts it on the nub,
Yeah.
and then how does he pour the medicine onto the nub
So I
while
think I
holding
said-
the hand?
I said it out of order. He throws the medicine on first, grabs the hand and sticks it on, and then after a couple seconds, it just works again.
Okay.
So that happens, and there's a lot of just him like pouring medicine on his hands and it fixing them or whatever. And then towards the end, he's facing Mother Miranda, and he dies. He dies in the game. Why does he die? We've been with this character throughout the entire game, and he just dies before the final boss fight. And then we're just like with this Ethan guy. That's not him. No, Chris. His name's Chris. Weird special agent guy who was like towards the beginning of the thing, and he's just like every time he pops in being like, "What are you doing, Ethan? Knock it off."
Ethan.
So that's.
And then he
Chris,
just pops
Chris,
in at
right?
the end
Yeah.
and just ties all the narrative pieces together. And I'm like, you couldn't have kept Ethan alive for this. You couldn't have finished his narrative and like so we could like save his kid. Why did he have to die? Why did he have to have a like his heart gets ripped out? And I'm just sitting there like, so like we're gonna get that back and we're gonna do the medicine thing like in a really
Just shove the heart back in the chest.
like why is he dead? Why is he dead? I didn't understand. I don't. Okay, so that's as far as Slimesicle's gotten in the playthrough. So I don't know how the game ends.
All right, so in Resident Evil 7,
Yep.
right? The one before this,
Yep,
the,
one of
the
them-
main character was Ethan, right?
Right.
He does get his hand like chopped off.
Right.
That's the thing. But then he gets it stapled back on, and it works. So like
This is a reoccurring thing.
this is a recurring thing that happens with Ethan, and apparently there's like a narrative point that explains things. I don't know what that is because I
Game's stupid.
So there's a lot of drama with this Ethan guy, man.
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
A lot
so.
of drama with
Now
Another thing that kind of-
Chris,
Yes,
the guy that
Chris,
came in at the
Chris,
end
tell
or
me about
the beginning
Chris.
and the end,
Yep.
so he's a recurring character.
He just kind of
Um,
pops in.
No, he's actually a recurring character
Okay.
throughout the whole series.
I'm sure he is,
So
but I don't like him.
Chris Redfield, that's his name.
All right, moving on to nerd vocab. Moving on to nerd.
Now that
we
we're
gotta
done
get
with
y'all off of
Becca's
Ethan.
rants.
Y'all are distressed over Ethan. We need to.
Luke, what is this week's nerd vocab?
Today's nerd vocab is ROM.
ROM. How do you spell that? Is it
Uh,
R-O-M-E?
ROM.
Oh, just R-O-M. Okay. Is it like capital R or like is it?
It's all caps. It's a acronym.
Do you
Okay.
drag the M a little bit?
No.
Rom.
ROM.
Oh, okay, a little roll there.
Win in ROM.
When in ROM.
Oh, I like it. Win in Rom.
It is an acronym of read-only memory.
Right. Right.
It is a software image of read-only memory, as in like a game cartridge, used for emulation.
Ah.
Like the PS2 memory cards.
No, it's more or less like something inside of like a cartridge. That, or you can take the thing out of the cartridge and then just have the ROM, and that acts like the game, pretty much. So it's like an emulation of it. It's kind of weird. It's a technical process. Maybe we'll do emulation next week. So
Is it also like in CDs what's called CD-ROM?
yeah. Oh, connecting the. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Ooh, ah.
connecting the dots here. Cool, cool. So we got about exactly 10, a little less than 10 minutes left in the show, at least on my clock. So I'm gonna go by the clock. Just letting the disembodied voice know in the back. So there's like a historical gallery happening. What's up with that, Luke? Oh, did you not put that in there?
I was not the one who put that in
I
there.
was sworn that was your story.
Moving on.
Is this room something Tiana
No.
put in?
Oh, we're gonna. Okay.
So apparently there's going to be like a historical gallery in Japan by
Yeah.
2024, and it's going to be mostly Nintendo because
Yeah.
they did
Oh,
a
you
lot
know
of
things about
games
it.
and stuff like that. That's really about all I know.
Yeah, I looked through the article and they said they don't have anything specific. They haven't announced anything specific that's going to be in there, but they said there's going to be a lot of interactive like exhibits and stuff for.
So like
Fans
video
and stuff.
games,
I wouldn't know, but probably.
interactive exhibits. It's a
Yes,
video
and
game.
it's supposed to. The actual building's supposed to be where they originally like started, in the same like area where they the original headquarters was.
I've seen a picture of the original headquarters. It's not a lot of room. I don't know how that's.
Well, they used to be do card games and stuff when they first were started up as a business. They weren't always video games.
No, I know. They did Hanafuda cards or something like that way back in the day, like over 100 years ago.
I
This
totally
is Nintendo news, by the way. I don't even know if I introduced it or not.
Segwaying it.
Dude, it was the roughest segue ever. Here we go.
Bring it back.
Let's go.
So the reason why I did nerd vocab for ROM is because Nintendo won a lawsuit at the 2.1 million against like the ROM universe apparently, because people have been trying to archive their old games. Because I'll be honest, love Nintendo to death, but they are not the very best at like keeping childhood like games around. Like, I mean, that's just the games industry in general. Like they. Oops.
As soon as they upgrade, it's like bye. Oh well.
Yeah, no, like, okay, so, like, old games that people really love and cherish, it's actually very hard to get a hold of them. I know I would know, because I'm still trying to recomplete my collection of Nintendo 64 games. It's very hard out there, you know, especially when games are costing in the upwards of, like, $500 for, like, Pokemon Stadium or
And then
something
they'll
like
try
that.
to sell the Nintendo 64s for like $200, and I'm like,
By the way, we do have a local game store here where we are at. Go check out Dusty's. High recommendation. You know,
Check 'em out.
if you want to play some old stuff,
and
there
they
you
have
go.
everything. Like, I mean, like every kind of charger you need. Like, if you think that just because you have something that old, like they have it. They have it all. So they have all the old school stuff. Cause I go there to get my Game Boy Advance stuff. You know, like the old pop-up one.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Pokemon Yellow on it right now.
But this is kind of sad because now ROMs are probably going to be a lot harder to find. So,
They poor now.
yeah, they're kind of cracking.
2.1 million?
Yeah, they're cracking down on it because they're like, this is our intellectual property. But then it's like, but we want to just play the games and we'll buy it. You just guys don't make it or allow it to be
Spare
accessed.
me a little game, please.
Like literally, funnily enough, the one console nobody played, the Wii U, had the most like emulation on it since like the Wii. Because the Wii has like a whole bunch of stuff it can do.
Wii, you can play Wii games, so it might be.
Well, Wii and GameCube, and there are some, I don't know if you could play N64 games. I know the GameCube had a connector you could play the not N64, sorry, Game Boy. But then it also, like, you can go onto the shop and buy the N64 games. And even older than that, even older than N64. The Wii U had a lot of emulation on it. But since then, they have not, like we have, if you buy the online service for on the Switch, you get access to a lot of old games through, but it's not like, it's not GameCube or N64 or anything like that, which is kind of sad actually. So that's kind of a big blow.
I mean, you gotta have a lot of faith in those cartridges to last that long too, man.
Oh, they still work.
I'm
Mine
surprised
still work at
because
home.
mine would go, but I was
What'd you
very
do?
rough
Put
with
it
them.
underwater?
I would throw them at my brother.
Yeah, that's not how they
They were,
last.
well, he would reset the game right before I was about to win. So, like, what else am I going to use to throw at him? Like, anyways, I got in a lot of trouble.
And
Something
charge
not
your
in the
fists,
game.
Those will
cheaper.
mess somebody up, too.
The fists are-
Those will mess somebody
Oh
up.
goodness. Moving on to a quick little thing. So,
Don't be violent.
who likes Mario Golf? Has anybody played it? Maybe the N64
I haven't
version?
played
Anything
it.
like that?
Golf?
Sophie
I like
behind
Wii
the camera
Golf.
over there. It's got Mario Golf.
Hey.
Well, there's a new Mario
Hello,
Golf
Sophie.
game coming out. Was that the disembodied voice that I heard?
The voice does enjoy.
God?
Okay.
God? Hello?
So there's a new Mario Golf game coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And right now, if you go to the website, you can earn... There's a Super Mario Rush website. You got to look for it. I don't have the specific address, but if you go, I'm sure if you type in Super Mario Rush website, what in the world?
You were, like, talking about earning something, and then you stopped. So
You earn 100 of My Nintendo Platinum points, which
what is
you
that?
can
When did that happen?
basically it's like a reward system.
Like Starbucks?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So
like
do you get free
Starbucks.
games, though?
Speaking of which,
Yeah, you
today's
can.
Okay.
You can. You can definitely get free games off it.
Is it like
Legal
some
reasons,
crazy
that's a
like
joke.
arcade amount of points though, like 50,000?
No, nothing that crazy.
Okay, cool.
All right, got to finish it up. We're getting near the end of the show.
Yeah.
Who here hates the Paul brothers? I do. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much
I'd like to be
You
the
better raise your
glove that
hand.
punched his face
I'm
in.
raise your
neutral on
hand.
them. I just
Better
I'd like to be the
participate.
boxing
I just
glove
don't
that
see them
punched
enough
his
to
face
care,
in. It was
okay?
just
Well,
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul literally got he got knocked out at his recent
His
fight.
face was like, ah!
There you go. So the whole thing is he thinks his
That was not
Charizard
exciting.
card.
beard.
Listen,
What is this?
he thinks his Charizard card right there is worth $1 million, which it's not. So
Just because he touched it, it's
Just because he touched it.
100,000
Yeah.
because he touched it. It's dead now.
so let's
It'll
all
be
make fun
burned.
of him for thinking that that's worth $1 million
What a
because it's
loser.
not. Yeah.
$2 million.
Why has he got to exploit? Why has he got to exploit something that we loved when we hate him so much?
Didn't y'all watch that fight?
Sir, can you find something
I
else
saw
to
the clip
exploit?
of where he
Leave
just
my
gets knocked
Pokemans
out, like
alone.
just one punch and he's just
That's
down.
funny.
I
Man,
didn't see the
Mayweather like curved his whole face. It was so beautiful. It was great. I mean, obviously it was a publicity stunt, but like it was nice to see Logan Paul get curve punched in the face. And then like Mayweather was like holding him up, and you can see him like, "Hey man, get up." And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, hey, man,
obviously
hey, man.
this is a publicity stunt because Mayweather knocked him out.
He really did. That was.
And he was
funny.
like, like hugging him, and I'm like, just knock him out, knock him all the way out. Like it's.
If I could find the clip, I would totally show it. But we're
what
gonna
we're here for.
we're gonna move on.
I'm here to see him get knocked out. Okay, anyways.
We're gonna touch the last few things here for the Nerd Edification. We're gonna skip the Nintendo Rewind. I think that one's a little bit long. So.
I didn't watch it.
So this is particularly sad news to myself because I am a big Metroid fan. I don't know if you guys know what Metroid is, but if you've watched the show for years, you probably know what Metroid is.
There's a show?
No, the last show, the last Nerd Edification hour.
Oh.
Yes.
What's it about?
Anyways, so earlier in the year, there was some possibilities that Samus could be in Fortnite.
Oh my god.
That is not the case, which, you know, I'm kind of like slightly relieved, but also slightly sad because that could have been a whole generation to learn who Samus was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
To
on
know
the
what.
bright side, she's not in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, no, it's the bright side, very bright, yes. And then last but certainly not least, and we can cover this, we got less than 2 minutes to go in the show.
Yeah.
Did you know the Navy is trying to recruit people via Pokemon Go?
How are they doing that?
Posters.
What do you mean?
It's like, hello.
Do I get a free Gyarados?
No, they're like, do you enjoy catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go? Well, now you can do it around the world.
Pokemon.
Join
go
the
to
Navy.
recruitment center.
Yeah.
Join the Navy.
They are really just.
Join the Navy to
Do
play
I get
Pokemon
a free
Go.
Lapras, or do I get? I mean, is there like? I need more than that. I need some sort of like special Pokemon if I'm joining a whole Navy. Okay, like I need like a front line of Gyaradoses. Okay,
There you go.
something.
Thank you, Seth. Yes, perfect. Look,
Yes.
that's the exact image right there.
The Canadian Navy
This
of
is a
all.
good idea.
Of
Okay,
all navies.
Damien E. Cooper.
The
thought this was a
Canadian
good
Navy.
idea. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, Canadian Navy. Okay.
We'll take you around the world.
It's the Navy. But anyways, that's gonna be
TM5 surf.
that's gonna be it here for this show. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and until next time, everybody, stay fancy
And cut.
and cut. Now we just.
What is this? Shelby's looking at me. Please, it's right there. Where was that lower third earlier?
Oh no.
What kind of copy you
I
got?
hope you're still recording, by the way.
The best call.
We are.